Hello students, instructor here, John Mandela with another screencast. This one, part 3 of the flickering flames between Photoshop and Flash. So we were in the container layer before, and we had the flames, symbol here. Actually, gotta rename this flames, just make sure I understand that. And then, we got the text lined up. It's pretty good, but see the flames are a little bit too big. So what we can do, because this is a symbol, is just hit the free transform tool, and then just resize that down a little bit. It's a little bit touchy. Actually, I don't really care if I warp these flames a little bit because they're just fire. Something like that, let's say. Good, I can zoom back out. And that's good. So now what I do is I go back to scene 1 and fit in a window here, and I can take the container, remember, which had flames in the text. Let's go back to scene 1, take the container and drag it onto my scene. Do like this, let's say. You position it down. Now what I can do is I can test this, see what it looks like with the flickering flames. So before I do that, I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to call this Flickering Flames. Save that desktop for now, that's fine. And I'm going to Control Test Movie. And the flames are definitely flickering, but they're flickering pretty quickly. I don't really want to slow the frame rate down, so what I do is have to make the keyframes have a distance in between them like we talked about in the previous video. Let's close this. And all you have to do, I don't have to go to container, I'm just going to go to flames. And I'm just going to take this keyframe, push it out to, let's say, 10. Well, let's actually go to 9. Oops. 9. This one to there. And this, I could just delete this extra keyframe by accident, or extra frame. And so now, we're at scene 1. Since the flames symbol is already in the container symbol, I don't need to go update the container symbol. It's looking right at the flame symbol. Test that again. Oops, let's file, save that quickly. There we go. Test it. Still flickering, but in a much more less spastic kind of flickering. I could even slow this down if I wanted, but this looks pretty good for what we're doing. And now all I want to do is just set this thing up, because this is a symbol. Zoom out here. It'd be nice to have this big like this, and then have it zoom out, into the distance, some 3D. So to get 3D movement, I'm gonna have to right click on this frame, go to create a motion tween, and I set the playhead back to frame 1. Okay, that's good. Flames out here. 3D translation tool, which is under the 3D rotation tool. And frame 30, what I wanted to do on the Z here is way back in the distance. Come on. You might have to zoom in a little bit to see this. Way back in the distance. Let's say, and then move it up a little bit. 50%. So again, it's going to be here and here, and the flickering flame should happen the whole time. Move it in 3D space. So that's good. So I'm just going to file, save this, and then we're going to Control Test the movie. You can see the flickering flames are moving because it's a symbol nested inside another symbol. So wherever the container symbol goes, remember we had 2 symbols. The container, which holds the flame symbol and the text below it. So wherever that container symbol goes, the flickering flames will continue flickering, and they will just scale in size and all that in position wherever the container flame goes. Think of it very much like you're driving in a car. So the person's driving, and let's say you're in the passenger seat, and you're, juggling, for example. You're juggling 2 or 3 baseballs. You're juggling, it doesn't really feel like anything's happening, but as the car whips around turns, it goes on the freeway, a side street and all that, your juggling balls are going there too, right? Your juggling motion is going there too. It just doesn't feel like it, because you're focused just on your juggling. The car, or in this case the container symbol, is doing all the moving. So there you go. And that's how you can do some flickering flames with Photoshop and Flash.